Welcome to Week 7 in our wonderful Fantasy Football League. Breaking down this week, me and Tim, both 4-2, and he says if I pick the opposite, pick him to lose, he wins. So I'm doubling down. I win because I'm going to go fucking ham. Andy Dalton, Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley will just do Todd Gurley things and go nuts. You did catch me on Devontae Adams bye week. Shame on you. So I have a kind of a patchwork wide receiver crew with Marvin Jones, Willie Snead. I think Snead is going to have a payback game, so hopefully that works out. I probably will be starting Evan Ingram over Ricky Seals-Jones because fuck him for getting me a goose egg. Kenyon Drake, Sony Michel. Everybody runs all over Detroit, so Kenyon Drake can do it, right? Kenyon Drake's the best player on the field, deserves the most touches. Give it to Frank Gore. Miami Dolphins. At least we're not them. Sony Michel. Oh, it's just so good. Eli Manning at Atlanta. I do like him this week. Tannehill, fuck that. Looks like they did some bad reporting there, and I think I'm toast on my bench with the Tannehill grab. Waste of a waiver. But other side, Carson Wentz, Alvin Kamara. This is my Alvin Kamara tribute right here. Have him in 2 other leagues. I do think he's going to ball out against Baltimore. So hopefully I can overcome that. Corey Clement. It's a 50-50 timeshare with him and Smallwood, isn't it? Maybe like 65-45 at Corey Clement's best. But he could go off. He might not go off. I think that kind of matches up with the Jordan Howard, so that's probably a good play. Thielen, number 1 wide receiver, Golden Tate. Marvin Jones, Golden Tate. Njoku, Tariq Cohen. Oh, this is going to be good. Jermaine Kearse, Sam Darnold. Chargers defense at Tennessee. You like that play. But don't you like the Colts at Buffalo with Derek Anderson starting? Quality Derek Anderson. Remember he played for the Browns and the Panthers. Pick me to win, but that the line has him winning by 2 points, so that's going to be a good game, one would think. Mike Reif and Chris. Phillip Rivers, Melvin Gordon. I love it. I love it. I love it. Duke Johnson. Who's your other running back? Aaron Jones, who's on a bye week. Alfred Morris. AJ Green, Julian Edelman, Trey Burton. Then again, if Duke Johnson gets all the catches like he did last week, it's a solid play. Sterling Shepard, Albert Wilson, Brock Osweiler. He'll do good because it's against the Lions. Browns defense at Tampa Bay. That's pretty ballsy. Cam Newton, C-Mac. I love that stack. I always talk about it. Joe Mixon. Just a nice core right there. Stephon Diggs, Will Fuller. Fuller's kind of taking a downturn because Kiki Kute, I don't know. But he might get going against Jacksonville. They're definitely suspect as to how far good how good their defense is. O.J. Howard, nice play. Frank Gore, Nelson Aguilar. Both your flexes, I believe, are quite even with Alex Smith, Rams defense. I think the slight edge goes to Chris. He is the underdog in this one. I think he has a slight edge, but I wouldn't be surprised if Mike wins there. Hopefully some of them, Albert Wilson, Sterling Shepard, will pay off. That's pretty middling there. Jason against Jacob, 4-2, 2-4. Get your season back on track, Jake. Looks like Pat Mahomes, Saquon Barkley, James White. Great right there. Mike Evans, Emmanuel Sanders. Mike Evans is what did he do last week? Yeah, when Jameis gets back, he just doesn't do good. I don't understand it, but Emmanuel Sanders has been really solid for you. His worst week coming at 8 points, and that's nice. It's a really good receiver right now. Eric Ebron. If Doyle starts, I think it goes down a little bit, but if not, I think Ebron, he'll still get the goal line looks, the red zone targets or whatever, but I think it'll take a hit to his production. Kenny Stills, John Brown, love both of them. Kenny Stills against Detroit, anything could happen. What kind of season has he been having? Boomer bust flex. Andrew Luck will keep throwing for 400 yards a game, and of course I dropped him in another league like an idiot. Cowboys defense gets Washington. Alex Smith just throws short passes. That's probably safe. Stafford, Hyde, Adrian Peterson, Keenan Allen, Sammy Watkins. Not a bad core. I love Carlos Hyde this week. Love Matt Stafford at Miami. Adrian Peterson, I think, can get going, but again, he's a poker chip. Who knows? Keenan Allen, Sammy Watkins. I think Keenan Allen's solid, and I think he will keep continuing to produce. Sammy Watkins, I don't really like, just because I don't know. Look at 0, 10, 2.7. It's just so hot and cold. Ty, love the Ty play. I think Ty gets going if he does play, and I think he is. And then Greg Olson, let's hope his foot isn't that hurt, and he does go. And then Derek Anderson. Wow. This is a 2 QB league. Derek Anderson is rostered and is starting. Give me Jason with the win. Jake, you do have some upside, minus Derek Anderson. But if he balls out, then you're the best. And Joe at 1-5, Nick at 0-6. I know, you guys. It hurts. It don't feel good. But the best thing you can do right now is get a win and then maybe build on that and knock some motherfuckers out of the playoffs. Joe Flacco, Dalvin Cook, I don't know if he'll play. I think he got hurt today, so that might be some interesting news. Lamar Miller, Julio Jones, Michael Crabtree. I loved Michael Crabtree when he was with Oakland. I just don't know about him with Baltimore. He is coming off a hot week, and he has been getting quite a bit in the reception department. So he's probably a solid wide receiver too. Kyle Rudolph could get you a touchdown. Larry Fitz, Al Robinson. Poor Larry. That freaking team sucks. Dak Prescott, Broncos defense. Like the Broncos defense at Arizona. And then I think Dak had his best week last week, so maybe he builds on it, and he faced Jacksonville. But he is away, so who knows. Jameis, Mark Ingram, Peyton Barber. I like Mark Ingram. I don't mind Jameis, but the Peyton Barber I just don't know about. DeAndre Hopkins, Odell Beckham. I see where the season went wrong. Right there. Both guys have been real hot and cold. I guess I lied. DeAndre's actually been very consistent. But Odell, definitely hot and cold. 35 points to 6.4. That just, you can't win weeks like that. Rob Gronkowski, D.D. Westbrook, Ito Smith. I love the Ito Smith play there. D.D. Westbrook, I don't. You could start any Jacksonville receiver any week, and one of them could go off. I just don't know which one is the best, and I don't think they do either. Case Keenum, don't mind the play, and then Jags at Houston, not quite sure if the Jags are for real, but they can probably take advantage of Houston. Bryson Berry, 2-4, 4-2. Matt Ryan, David Johnson. Hopefully David Johnson keeps going. Tevin Coleman, solid play. Tyreek Hill, Jarvis Landry, love the wide receivers. CJ Uzama. You should use them because Tyler Kroft and the one that always gets hurt, Eifert, are hurt. I think that'll be a good play. At least give you maybe 3 or 4 catches, 40 yards. Really, all you want is 5 or 6 points out of that position there. Alshon Jeffrey, great. Mohamed Sanu, if he keeps going, he's great, but definitely not a bad play. Jared Goff, Texans, solid team. Mitch Trubisky, Kerryon Johnson, love it. Phillip Lindsay, love it. Brandon Cooks, love it. Christian Kirk, I don't know if I love it, but he's definitely the best receiver right now, I think, at Arizona. And yeah, his points have been okay. Slope upward, or incline, if you will. Travis Kelce, great. Tyler Boyd, love it. Kiki Kute. I think I like it, but his receptions have kind of steadily gone down with Fuller back. So I think they're kind of just both hurting each other. Kirk Cousins and the Vikings defense. Love those two. I'm going to give Barry the slight edge here. I know Bryce is up way above him, but I think Kerryon is kind of steadily rising. I'm such a homer. And I love Phillip Lindsay this week. So I'm going to take Barry. But I wouldn't be surprised if Bryce wins. He does have a really solid team. Mitch Trubisky can give you 40 points again, you're going to win. Don't know if he can do it, but they're going to have to keep up. Tyler and Chaz, both 4-2. So actually 2 teams at 4-2, or 2 sets of teams at 4-2 playing each other. So that's pretty interesting. Tyler with Tom Brady, Isaiah Crowell. You know how I feel about Isaiah Crowell. Austin Eckler, I guess I like him. He's been surprisingly consistent. He's where he should be in your lineup as an RB2. Devin Funchess, they got nobody else to throw to, right? Greg Olsen is back, so maybe it hurts. But again, he's still the only one. D-Jax kind of had a little hiccup in week 3, but has still been quite solid. Not with not the Fitz magic that we want, but still been decent, and maybe rips one off and goes crazy. Jordan Reed, not the Jordan Reed you want. Calvin Ridley and TJ Yeldon. Calvin Ridley's been real hot and cold, kind of on a downturn as Sanu's picked up, but maybe he sneaks one in on the Giants. Love TJ Yeldon. I think he's an every week starter as long as Fournette's out. Drew Brees, that's where your team is. I always look at it and I go, how's he winning? Oh yeah, Tom Brady and Drew Brees. Cardinals defense, I think that's probably a good play against Denver. Blake Bortles on the other side, Zeke Elliott, Kareem Hunt. We see the strengths of this team. Michael Thomas, Rob Woods, nice 4 right there. Zach Ertz, 5. LaShawn McCoy, 6. And Kenny Galladay, a great core. Quarterbacks are a little to be a little left on the table that you probably would like, but this is the ultimate debate. In a double quarterback league, do you take 2 quarterbacks early like Tyler did, or do you build depth at the skill positions like Chaz did? I think I do. I have a great scoring. I think I'm the best commissioner there is in setting scoring and adjusting, because obviously quarterbacks are going to score the most, but you can still do some serious damage with positional players. As you see there, his lineup is dirty. Antonio Brown is on bye week over on Tyler's team. I guess I didn't look at bye weeks, I'm sorry. On Tyler's team. So I guess that does, like, the Deshaun Jackson wouldn't be a starter, would be a flex, where Antonio Brown would be in there and be a closer match. But I do think Chaz gets it done here. But I wouldn't be surprised if Tom Brady, Drew Brees go crazy. But again, game script. Against Baltimore, against Chicago. 2 good defenses, we think. Well, Khalil Mack's good, so. But give me Chaz. And that is, I think it's the week. It's the week. So I'll see you next week. Have a good week. I know I keep talking about power rankings. I will do them. I've just been driving 40 minutes to work now, so it's a disaster. But I should get those up. We'll do a mid 4 weeks. I'll commit to it this week, and then I'll write power rankings and where I think everybody's at, my playoff picture, and yeah. And I did a little rant on my other league. I kind of want to rant on this as well, and that is, don't believe anything the analysts tell you. Have your own opinions. Don't believe what I say. Have fun with it. Don't live and die by this, but don't ever bail. Goodbye.